What's up, everybody? Welcome to part 2 of my question and answer video. This, of course, being the answer section. Right now we are in the middle of the Tasman Sea. The oceans are nice and calm. It's really nice, so let's get to it. Okay, coming from Michaela. I'm a huge fan of your channel, Dustin. I first discovered it when doing research on the town of Kitsault. I've been binge watching your exploration videos ever since. Here's a question for your Q&A. Do you believe in ghosts, and have you ever had a creepy supernatural experience while exploring somewhere? Thanks for sharing such cool parts of your life. Love from Nova Scotia. Thanks for the love, Nova Scotia. Supernatural experiences. No, I've never had any. And do I believe in ghosts? I want to believe in ghosts. I don't not believe in them. I've just never had anything to prove that they are actually real. I've actually tried to have some sort of supernatural experience, and it never happens to me. You guys put in all the time, put in times where you see something in my video, and 100% of the time I go back and watch it, it's just the reflection of my camera in a tile or a mirror. When my camera's recording, it has a little red light on the front of it. So no, I have never had any strange supernatural experience, and currently don't really believe in ghosts. Coming from Janny. Hi Dustin, of all of the places you have explored, be it an old town or an abandoned building, what is the strangest or worst thing that has ever happened to you while exploring? I'm assuming this question is probably geared again towards supernatural stuff, but nothing strange has ever happened to me. The worst thing that ever happens to me, when I'm exploring, very rarely does anything bad ever really happen. I haven't been in any at least while filming these adventures, I haven't been in any super bad situations. It seems like for me, the worst experience, I have this weird habit of always being first on scene to a car accident. It happens to me all the time. So that's the worst thing that ever happens. And that's it. Coming from W Sharp, as your fan club president, why do I never hear from you? As president of my fan club, well, first of all, I didn't know I had a fan club, so thanks for that. But I'm in the middle of the ocean, so even my own family doesn't hear from me. So anyone, if you're wondering why you don't hear from me, that's why. Ooh, great question coming from my good buddy Sasha. Do you shave your chest hair where it meets your neck? Don't just zoom in on my chest. Zoom out to a full picture. I can see you're just zoomed in on my chest. Okay, Sash, thanks for the question. As a matter of fact, yes, I do shave my neck where it meets my chest hair. I'm Canadian, so I have to survive the cold Canadian winters, and I have to have hair to make that happen. If I didn't shave, I would just be hair from the top of my head to my toes. So everything that you see that doesn't have hair, it is shaved. Coming from Aaron. Hey Dustin, 2 summers ago I went on an adventure to Cape Scott, the very northern tip of Vancouver Island. An amazing 22-kilometer hike in and out. Little ghost town there too, from a 100+ years old settlement. It was the most magical adventure of my life. Have you ever gone? Would you consider going and doing a video? Would love to see that. So I have done very little exploring on Vancouver Island. In between these last 2 contracts, I did make a trip with Maria to Vancouver Island. Probably you guys have seen those videos already. Other than that, I haven't done any exploring over there. I would like to more in the future. I have been invited to do an adventure on the very northern tip of Vancouver Island. Probably it's the same one that you're talking about, because I was told about a town and a mansion abandoned there. Other than that, I don't know any information. I don't know what it's called or where exactly it is. That is a big trip for me. I think it's like 12 to 16 hours or something, because I have to go from Williams Lake, Vancouver, across the ferry, and then all the way down the island again. So I would love to make that happen, probably sometime in the future, just don't know when yet. And then another question from same girl, Erin. Also just curious, what do you do on the cruise ship? Engine room, cook, cleaner, pianist, LOL. I am a video producer for Princess Cruise Line, so I kind of just get to do exactly what I did before, but now professionally. I get out and make videos of all the excursions. Okay, coming from the Flo Shizzle. What is your favorite place that you have ever traveled to or explored? So traveling that I do right now and exploring are kind of 2 different things. I've traveled extensively a lot in the last year. I've done 28 different countries, but I don't really get to explore that much. We're usually in a port for just a day or even several hours. Sometimes we get an overnight On my last ship, we always had an overnight in Russia, so I got to do a little bit of exploring there. But my favorite place I've traveled to is a place called the Azores Islands. It's a group of islands in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. If you're going from America, if you're looking at a map, it's this side for you. America to Europe, it's like 2/3 of the way across. It's owned by Portugal. I was only there for like 5 or 6 hours, but it was the most magical place I've ever been. As far as actual exploring, I've seen like every inch of British Columbia, and that's gotta take the cake for me. I love every adventure I've done in BC. Everyone has something different and something cool, so British Columbia, that's my favorite place to explore. Coming from Rob, are you planning to explore more of Vancouver Island? I did talk about this a little bit in a previous question. I would love to explore more of Vancouver Island. I do a lot of work with the guys from Forgotten British Columbia, and they've spent a lot of time on Vancouver Island. I know they went to school there. I think one of them grew up there, but they know that place very, very well. So I'd really like to meet up with them in the future and do some exploring over there. We don't have current plans to, but they're the kind of guys that I could just call up and be like, yo dogs, let's go do this. So there's a very good chance in the future that that will be happening, yes. Here's a good one, coming from Rob. Ha ha ha, I got a question, brother. When are you coming back for a couple of days so we can fish the Tukey properly? LOL. So this one's kind of special to me. That's coming from my friend Rob. I actually met him through this YouTube channel. He's been a fan pretty much from my first video, been a big supporter of the channel, and he knew I was coming to New Zealand for work, and he said, if you have any time off, I'd love to take you out fishing. He knows how much I love fishing, and I actually bought a special fly rod just for this trip. I have a nice collection of fly rods already, but they're all 2-piece, and I needed a 4-piece so it would fit in my suitcase. So I went and bought one just for this contract, and we made a little time, and he came and picked me up in Napier, and we went and did a day of fishing, which was a great day. Got my first New Zealand trout. I don't know when I'll be coming back to do more fishing, but it's definitely something I will be doing in the future. I just don't know when yet. Rob, thank you for a great day. So this is the last question I have here, coming from Carl. Great question. How do you get a job on a cruise ship? Okay, so this is kind of a complicated question because everyone working on a cruise ship in every position from a different country got a job differently. Me, being a video producer from Canada, from British Columbia, I got a job through a third-party hiring agency. So I applied to the agency, and then once I got hired on with them, then they placed me on a ship. It didn't have to be Princess. It could have been Carnival or Celebrity or Princess or any company really. But I got a spot here on Princess. Now that I'm with Princess, I am staying consistently with Princess, and I no longer work through my agency. I still keep in touch with them because they're great people. And in Vancouver, if you guys are interested, I'll link down below the agency of the place in Vancouver. Most people in other countries, they will have to work consistently with their agency. Princess pays the agency pays them, and they're kind of just placed on a ship. But once we're with Princess, we stay here. Once you get on with an agency, before you can actually go out to sea, you have to prove that you're fit to be a seafarer. We're out here sometimes in the middle of an ocean, so you can't be having any medical emergencies. So once you're hired with an agency, you have to go through quite a lot of medical testing, blood testing, and they test your heart and your vision and your dental and your hearing, everything. So by the time you're hired on with an agency, you're looking at a couple months up to maybe 6 months or more before you're actually placed on a ship. But yeah, there's all kinds of ways. I know countries where English is not their first language, they also have to do speaking and writing tests before they can come here because English is what we speak on board. Anyways, that's all the questions that you guys left for me. If you have anything more, of course, leave them in the videos. I just might not be able to get to them right away. I'll answer as much as I can once I'm on shore and have Wi-Fi. As always, take nothing but pictures, leave nothing but footprints, and I'll catch you on the next one.